Well, good morning, and welcome to the Daniel Sauls Show, where you will witness sports talk and debate from yours truly, Daniel Sauls. Well, I have nothing else left to say. Let's get started! Whew. Man, good morning. It's a weird morning here today on Monday, and the Colorado Buffaloes lost Saturday evening to the Oregon Ducks. God, such a depressing morning here today. Had to process this yesterday, all throughout Sunday. Let's just get to the question. How far will the Colorado Buffaloes get after that butt-kicking loss to Oregon? Well, first, my reaction to this loss is in different ways. First, I'm going to analyze this game in a whole and tell you what I thought when I watched this game. First things first, I thought that the moment got to the Buffaloes. Felt like they were put under pressure against TCU and then had two layoff games. And I feel like they got too confident. And if you look at the numbers, their yards went down each game. They kept getting lower and lower. And this game was the worst. And I feel like the pressure got to them. And that's a big mistake. And I feel like they should have just kept their composure and went in there thinking that they got to prove people wrong. Instead, they went in there thinking they were the best. And that's why they lost. Another reason is because the O-line couldn't really block. They couldn't really block. It was like the entire Oregon Ducks D-line was just getting through to the quarterback. As you can tell, Shedeur Sanders got sacked 7 times. If you did not see that, he got sacked 7 times. Colorado could not execute anything. Their game plan, nothing. Every single play they ran, nobody was open. There was a few misreads from Shedeur Sanders, and then whenever he did read it right and he went to go throw to the man, the intended target, obviously that they made this plan, this game plan in each play, there was nobody open. The open man was not open. That guy that he was going to throw to, none of the times was open. And it felt like as if the Ducks knew everything that the Buffaloes were going to do. Because the Buffaloes barely did anything. They put 6 points up. Oregon's receivers continuously got open. Bo Nix continuously found a man wide open. It seemed like the Ducks knew everything to do against this team, and it seemed like the Buffaloes knew little to nothing against the Ducks. It looked like they didn't know what to do. It looked like everything they planned just went into a big old hole. They didn't know what they could do. And that's something that you have to look at as well when you're talking about this. And then moving forward, with the Colorado Buffaloes, there's something that I like to say about this. After the loss, the media asked Shedeur Sanders, why did he get sacked that many times? Was it because of the O-line? Or was it just because he held the ball too long? And he went on to say that he held the ball too long. And he put it on himself. That's what a leader does. The quarterback of your team is the leader of your team. And majority of the time, that's how it should be. But then they have those quarterbacks that don't want to blame anything on themselves, and they want to put all the blame and all the fault on their other players. They like to make excuses. Shedeur Sanders doesn't make excuses. He was taught otherwise. He has good mentors. If you didn't know, Tom Brady is his mentor. Tom Brady has been helping Shedeur Sanders grow as a quarterback. He also has, debatably the greatest player of all time, as his father and as his head coach. He's been there since he was little playing football. So that's a very big thing that I like about Shedeur Sanders and this team. Another thing is that Deion said after the game, and I quote, "This was a good old-fashioned butt kicking." A good old-fashioned butt kicking. He admitted it. This was a disgrace. This was Nothing that anybody expected and a lot of people didn't want to see. But then they had those outsiders that didn't like them. You had those people that hated hearing about Colorado and Deion and Coach Prime. And was America right? Well, we don't know. Deion also said, "This is the worst we're going to be." The problem with that statement is that you play USC next week. USC is the 6th ranked team in college football. If you do not know anything about USC, you probably know this one thing. They have the most talented and the best quarterback in all of college football right now. That's Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is obviously, not debatably, obviously the greatest quarterback in college football and will be a future NFL superstar, without a doubt. This kid is a mirror image of Mahomes. When you think of Kobe and Jordan, you think Kobe is a mirror image of Jordan. Well, like when you think of Kobe and Jordan, you think Kobe's the mirror image of Jordan. And that's the same thing with this. It's Caleb Williams is a mirror image of Mahomes. That's what it is. Caleb Williams is like Mahomes. And Mahomes is the greatest quarterback and the greatest player in the league right now. So that's going to be a very tough game. And the problem with this as well is that they play 3 or 4 more ranked teams this season. Like I said, next game they play USC at home. Then they play Arizona State, they'll probably beat them. They play Stanford, they'll probably beat them. UCLA was ranked, they're not anymore. They'll probably beat UCLA. Then they play Oregon State, which is ranked. They're going to beat Arizona. Washington State is ranked. They're probably going to lose to that, and Utah's ranked. Debatably, they could win both of those last 2 games, or even the Oregon State game. They could win all those 3 games. But Oregon State, Michigan State, and Utah are all ranked, and USC. USC is the team that I don't think that they'll beat. But you also have to look at the other ones, and the other ones, those are games where it's like it's up for grabs. But after this loss, a lot of people are probably going to say that Washington State, Utah, and Oregon State could probably beat Colorado after watching what happened in this game against the Oregon Ducks. But if they win these games, so they'll probably win Arizona State, Arizona, Stanford, UCLA. That's 4 games won. So that's 7 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7 and 5 if they lose the rest of the ranked games. So it's 7 and 5. But if they win at least 2, then that could be 9 and 3. That's still a success for your season in a sense, because last season the Buffaloes were 1 and 11, not under the coaching staff of Deion. Like Deion and his coaching staff wasn't under that. But now that Deion's here, that's probably a better thing for them. So, in my estimation, if they get to at least 9 wins, they're already a success because they already beat last year's record. But if they get to 7 to 9 wins, then I think it'll be a positive season for them. I just think they need to look at beating these better teams because they play good teams and they're having a good schedule. So I think they have to do what they got to do, and I think they have to go back to the drawing board and look at it and see. That's what I feel like they need to do. I think that's what they need to do, seriously. Yeah, I'm Daniel Sauls, the host of the Daniel Sauls Show, and I'll be back with another video for y'all guys once again very soon. But before this video ends, make sure to go like, subscribe, turn post notifications on as always, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. And I'll be back with another video for the new Daniel Sauls Show.